That pumped? That's how I always sing that song for some reason. Anyways, my name's Herman. I recently started extreme body shaping. Yeah. I'm following my diet. I just ate a shitload of chicken legs back there, chicken wings and shit, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Anyways, it's a pretty long process. It's like 10 weeks, and you have to go work out like 6 days a week, and it's, you know, pain in the balls. Sometimes I don't get out of work in time to make it, and so I'll miss a night, and I've got this instructor that's Mr. Perfect. You know, the guy that you can tell, the son of a bitch rescues puppies on the weekend. And he's got like washboard abs. But, you know, like he, you know, just rescued a lady from a burning building and shit like that. So every time, you know, and he's friends with everybody else in the class, but I'm the bad apple. Because I don't show up every now and then because I'm still at work. And so, you know, he glares at me when I come back. He looks right at me, the whole class. Get those knees up! And he's staring at me. I'm like, fuck. You know, and then he comes over after class and he looks at me and puts his fist up because I'm supposed to bump it. And then so finally he misses a class. He misses a class. And I go in there like the next day and I'm like, hey, missed you yesterday, long time no see. And he looks at me, he's like, you know what? I was curing cancer. Like, you fucking dick, you would be curing cancer, Mr. Perfect. I was I volunteered at this camp, and it's like a camp for kids with cancer. No joke, when I was younger I had cancer, and I don't now, but I went to this camp. And since I've turned 18 now, I've become a counselor, and there's a bunch of kids now that have cancer, and still, because they haven't heard about extreme fitness fuckhead yet. But anyways, so these little kids, you know, I had cancer like in the 80s, during the time of AIDS, and shit like that, you know, Reagan. So now all these kids come up, they come up and they're like, oh my God, you want to see pictures from my Make-A-Wish? I went to fucking Disney World. And then this other little asshole comes over and is like, hey, you want to see pictures from my second Make-A-Wish? We went to Jamaica. And I'm like, you little shit. I never got no fucking Make-A-Wish. I never got to make a wish. Nothing ever happened for me except for cancer. I don't want to see your fucking pictures. You know, and then I lighten up and I think about it because I was a huge Michael Jackson fan back then. And you know where I would have wanted to go. And you know where I would have ended up, too. I could have been fucking rich! But they didn't have Make-A-Wish back then. Shit. I noticed that recently I've been saying some pretty gay stuff in the bedroom. Yeah, and I'll give you an example. Like, for instance, I'm in the heat of the moment with my lover, and all of a sudden, you know, well, we're going at it, we're sweating, and all of a sudden I look deep into her eyes and go, I lust for you with the fire of 1,000 suns. And then it's like, all of a sudden it's like, what? We're still going? Oh, that's cool, okay. Or I also said this, like we're in the heat of the moment and all of a sudden this comes out of my mouth. And I'm staring at her in the eyes and it's like, don't you fall in love with me. Don't you dare fall in love with me. While we're getting it on, right? That's pretty gay. Right? But I think the gayest thing I've said recently in the bedroom was, that was awesome, but you better get going, Tom. I'll admit it, I'm a guy that has had sex, believe it or not. And also I have masturbated. And I've come to the conclusion that I think that masturbating is a whole hell of a lot better. And I'll tell you why. Because there's nobody else there to make fun of how fat you are. It's just you. And a mirror. Just going, oh my God, you are not fat at all, are you? You are not fat at all. You're Thor-like. You're gorgeous. That's how I masturbate. People think that it's like a pop zits on the mirror. See that? I say shit like that. That's why I have to masturbate. Something happened in the news I was laughing my ass off about. Just recently, this kid in Pasadena, California, started a no cussing club. He's in high school and he starts a no cussing club. And he got the mayor to listen to him and have like a no cussing day. And so like if you got cussing that day, you get a ticket. Can you imagine how awesome this kid is? How popular this kid must be? He's sitting in, you know, the hallway having his no cussing club meeting. And they're doing whatever they do. At a no cussing meeting and some jock walks by and is like, hey kid, nice fucking club, you fucking faggot. Hey! You, that wasn't nice. Little nerd. What else? Do you guys know how, oh, I'm about ready to get out of here. You guys know how to get rid of wood? You burn it. I was watching, I got one more quick one if I can remember what it was. Hold on, and I'll leave with this. I got this girlfriend. And she, yeah, what was that? What the hell was that? That wasn't even a joke, ma'am. Just so, you know. It's my last joke, here we go. Okay, so I got this girlfriend, and I'm pretty protective of her, right? I really love her, and I always want to, like, you know, try to keep her out of harm's way. And we were talking the other day, and she's like, man, when I was younger, my mom used to spank me with a wooden spoon. So I hopped in my truck and went over to her mom's house and beat the shit out of her. I've been there.
And Herman, everybody, give it up for him.